I grew up in Vietnam after the war, and at that time, Vietnam was still a third world country because the war had destroyed most of its critical infrastructure. We were poor and were often without electricity or running water. After I turned 16, my uncle came to Vietnam and offered to sponsor me to study in the US. It was like a dream come true because not only it had the potential to transform my life, but also that of my entire family. I was so excited when I landed in America. I've never seen so many cars, so many skyscrapers, and especially so many people who look different than me. I thought to myself, yay, Tan, you just landed in the land of opportunities. Shortly after my arrival, this uncle abused me and kicked me out of the house. My dream was shattered. I was just a teenager. I did not speak any English and I had no money. I wanted to go home. But I decided to stay and try my best for as long as I could. Luckily, I found a job working at a Vietnamese coffee shop. I was making much less than minimum wage, but it was the only place that would hire me. I studied during the day, worked at night, and wore a headset in my sleep so that I could learn English faster. I cried myself to sleep most days, but I kept pushing forward. And as I did, I met many kind people who opened new doors for me. Now, almost 30 years later, I have a happy family and hold 2 graduate degrees. And after a successful career in corporate America, I co-founded my own coaching and consultant company. I used to think that courage means being bold, loud, and aggressive. But as I reflected back on my journey, I realized I had made courageous decisions from the very early beginning when I decided to come to America alone and when I decided to stay despite facing the trauma. Those initial choices paved the way for me to make more courageous decisions later on, ultimately leading me to where I am today. No longer just surviving, but thriving. Nelson Mandela once said, courage is not the absence of fear, but it's the triumph over it. I was just a kid. I didn't know what I was doing, and I was scared every step of the way. But all I needed to do was to take that next step forward. I know you have a great dream in your heart, and you probably feel scared. But you can take that next step forward too. Thank you.